Hi there. You've arrived on a very special occasion. It's my countdown for the top 6 magic horror movies of all time. Are you ready? Yes, let's go.
Eternal torment, agonized wail of lost souls, demons howling in the endless void. Eventually, all these things lose their charm. But enough about work. Allow me to introduce a man whose talent delights my dark heart. Master of dark sticky fun, your host, Ron Fitzgerald.
Hey there, everybody. We are back. Welcome. All right. If we haven't met before, I am Ron Fitzgerald, Master of the Dark Realm, an actor, Gothic Illusionist, and the creator of Dark Sticky Fun. You're welcome. So that makes me uniquely qualified to bring you this specific countdown of magic horror movies, magic in horror movies, specifically not the woo-woo, metaphysical, supernatural magic. Well, there is some of that in here in the countdown because sometimes they mingle together, but mainly we're talking about like magicians, like magic and stage illusions and theatrical magic. And I'm the guy that can give you that because I act in horror films and I am a Gothic spooky illusionist. And many of you know that, but if we haven't met, there you go. And that's why you're watching it. That's why I'm doing it. So let's start the countdown. We're going to go back to 1954 for a classic with who else but the master of horror himself, Vincent Price, in The Mad Magician. Here we go. Ed.
Now I present for the first time on any stage The Lady and the Buzzsaw. Karen, you
I'll
left your
mention
bag
House
at
of
the
Wax.
studio and took mine by mistake. Where is it?
Oh, Don,
What's the matter? What have you done with it?
I left it in a cab.
Yeah, there's nothing to worry about, mister. I gave it to a cop.
You gave it to a cop.
What was in that bag, Don?
It was a head. A human head. Don, what's the matter with you? Don, keep away from me. Well, why don't you laugh now?
Who are you? You're not Ross. Killed him.
Yes.
It's all right, Don. You don't have to worry about me. I would never turn you in.
My poor dear Claire. Don't you know I wouldn't dare trust you?
We are back. Here we go. Vincent Price in The Mad Magician. What's that? Yeah. All right. We're going to keep on going here. What's in that box? It's Ed the Deadhead. He was in that box. Actually, I think it was somebody else. Although you look like you could be old enough, yes, to have been in that box. So Ed the Deadhead loves that part. And also co-starring, I believe it was his wife and assistant in that movie, Ava Gabor, which you might recognize from the old Green Acres TV show. Yeah, not our style around here at all, but you know, that's where a lot of you may have seen her from. All right, sister to Zsa Zsa Gabor, who likes slapping policemen. So more fun from the Gabor sisters, and of course the horror legend. You know him, you love him. You can't make a horror movie really without him or referencing him, Vincent Price. And I guess that was after they also referenced The Fly in that trailer. So this is sometime, or House of Wax. Sorry, House of Wax before The Fly or before House on Haunted Hill, I believe. No, those were all made in the 50s. So we're going to move on with the countdown now to our next one. We're flashing forward to 1970, and the godfather of gore himself made this classic, this horror cult classic. Here we go, The Wizard of Gore.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. The announcement that I am about to make has been made only twice before in motion picture history. Each time it has preceded the showing of scenes from motion pictures which have become regarded as the most unusual of their type ever filmed. Now we make this announcement for the third time. The same production team that made the classic movie Blood Feast, and later a film called The Gruesome Twosome, which some regard as the wildest movie ever filmed, have a new movie geared to the 1970s. We are about to show you a few scenes of this movie, which is called The Wizard of Gore. For those of you who appreciate this type of cinematic art, you will see the most startling scenes of their type ever filmed. But for those of you with heart conditions, or who are with young and impressionable children, we ask that you turn around in your seats or leave this auditorium for the next 2 minutes. Thank you.
I am Montag, Master of Illusion. Your eyes may see, but your mind may refuse to believe. Permit me to show you a few of the tricks I perform in The Wizard of Gore. My good friends, perhaps you think I excuse myself from those activities you've just seen. No, you see, I'm not afraid to stick my neck out. An easy but expensive way to slice a cabbage. Does this machine really work? Let's take a look.
Certainly the most startling motion picture of all time. The Wizard of Gore. This film will take its place in motion picture history as a milestone of extraordinary achievement. Never before have the weird, the eerie, the astonishing, the bewildering been shown in so stunning a film. Behind the facade of a normal world lies another world whose grisly mystery brings panic to some, satisfaction to others. An astounding achievement in bizarre, amazing theater.
Yes, are you hypnotized by Montag the Magnificent, also known as Maytag the Magnificent? I just like the appliances at a kid's party near you. Actually, I wouldn't hire him for that. Yeah. So that's a Montag the Magnificent. Actually, his name is Ray. I'm spacing his last name. But the guy that played Montag, their Montag had dropped out of the film for Herschel Gordon Lewis. So they replaced him with this actor who wasn't really an actor. He was actually one of the crew. And it's all very the top and bombastic, but they liked his look. So there he is, Montag the Magnificent, and the shocking and stunning Wizard of Gore. Ooh. Yes, we'll talk a little bit more about the awesome Godfather of Gore, Herschel Gordon Lewis, a little later in the countdown. He started his career early in the '60s he was making films already, but then he broke out with a kind of splatter film spectacular, Color Me Blood Red, I believe it was, and then made a few more, and then later the magic horror classic, The Wizard of Gore. Now, next on our countdown, we're moving to 1978, a little further down the timeline, and classic. You know this actor much better now as "Are the Lambs Still Screaming, Clarice?" That's right, Anthony Hopkins, in a movie called Magic. And it's more about really kind of ventriloquism and other variety arts as much as it is magic, but it's called Magic. So, and has Anthony Hopkins, couldn't pass it up. Also stars Anne Margaret and Burgess Meredith. And you'll know Burgess Meredith, he played the Penguin in the old Batman series, and also played the trainer, manager in the Rocky movies, the first couple of Rocky movies. So, very cool and a very creepy stylized film, and always a really interesting and nuanced performance, more psychological than anything else, with the amazing Anthony Hopkins. So here we are. This is Magic.
When your heart begins to pound, when your mind begins to go, keep telling yourself it's only a movie.
You do magic too?
Corky does magic. I only do tricks.
There's never been a magician like him. How long you been like this, kid?
You never really told why you were here.
Hiding. Wasn't that cheap in New York?
You want success, but you're afraid of it.
I figured I'd stop by here and ask you folks about you.
Not afraid.
Where are you living? What city? How many kids?
I'm not afraid.
Never expected to find you. I've loved you all my damn life.
I won't be here.
I was afraid of success, like you said. I needed to get my head on straight.
And now you're fine?
Sure, on account of Peg. I've known her ever since high school. I never figured I'd have a chance with her.
Peg Yams, don't Peg Yams. No, please, let me follow. Wherever you go.
Did you and me take her?
I love Peg.
Truth to us. Now everything's changed. She believes me.
A man appears after 15 years. Says run away with me.
Not good. Oh, please, don't kill her.
No, I can't do it! I won't do it! You can't
leave me! Magic, a terrifying love story. Joseph E. Levine presents Magic, starring Anthony Hopkins, Anne Margaret, Burgess Meredith, Ed Lauter, distributed by 20th Century Fox.
And we are back. That was Magic. Rude Boy and I staring intently at the screen for this trailer. We like this one, don't we? Oh, yeah, it's a favorite. Yes. Yeah, a tragic or stunning love story. Aren't they all? I mean, please. But super creepy, super weird. That's why you like it so much, isn't it, Rude Boy? Yes, Rude Boy loves that. What's that, Rude Boy? Kill? Kill who? Kill? No, I can't kill Morgoth. He's helping us make this thing. What is wrong with you? All right. He's so violent. He's quiet. The quiet ones you have to look out for. So, anyway, Rude Boy loves that movie. I think you know why. Right about now, it was not in 3D, but we like to pretend it is. Oh, what gummies? What gummies? Oh, those gummies. Yeah. No, we're not taking any hallucinatory gummies. No. Maybe later. All right. So, woo, you're losing buttons, dude. So the next up in our horror movie countdown, magic horror movie countdown, he's got me confused now, would be flashing forward to 1980. And of course, you're going to be surprised. I love this. Is a little bit of trivia, a little bit of magic and horror trivia with this guy right here. Bang, David Copperfield. And there he is with the now Academy Award winning Jamie Lee Curtis, who we all know very well now and know from her starring role in the Halloween franchise. And that's David Copperfield. Very early on in his career, he was just busting out, and his team thought it would be cool to jam him into a horror movie. And so he winds up in Terror Train, which is interesting for me for a couple of reasons, because, well, there was a lot of the men in my family have worked for the railroad. So that, coupled with then magic on a train, of all things, kind of strange. But anyway, I think it's totally cool that David Copperfield is in a horror movie. So here we go with Terror Train.
Terror Train.
Everybody take off your mask. Hey, take it easy, man. What are you doing? Oh, my God. Stay with your date. I don't want to get back on that track. Nobody does. Help! Please! Nice game. Somebody help me! Help! You'll die. At this temperature, you'll die. You'll die. You'll die. Come on, no. Come on. No. Oh, no.
For the students aboard, it's going to be the one party to end them all.
They're always walking out of my parties. But this time, you can't.
Do you believe in magic?
My last big college party.
It's a joke. Goddamn practical joke.
The scream in the night isn't the train. It's the terror at your throat. Terror Train.
I don't want to get back on that track.
And that was Terror Train, or the trailer for Terror Train. Really interesting with all the that kind of the masquerade on there and the performance by David Copperfield. And when you watch the movie, it's clearly a set because the car that has a stage in it where he's performing is a lot bigger than a train car is. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but did you catch that Jamie Lee Curtis's stunt double was actually a sex doll? Who knew? Who knew? Go back and watch the trailer again. You'll love it. So very cool. You have Magic, a real, illusionist in the movie. And I'm not going to tell you if he was the killer or not. You'll have to watch it yourself. No spoilers here. But that guy that plays the conductor in the movie, he's in the uniform and the hat and everything. He looks a lot like my dad did when he had his uniform on and was going to work as a conductor, which makes it extra creepy for me. So there you go. Let's move on to our next movie. Further down the countdown, you will notice that there was a lot more theatrical magic being kind of featured in horror films. More condensed, because the next movie is 15 years later, now 1995, with Lord of Illusions, starring Scott Bakula, the future captain of the Enterprise, one of them, I believe the first captain of the first Enterprise, Scott Bakula, playing Captain Jonathan Archer, later Admiral Archer. Anyway, it got him, and but he was playing the investigator in Lord of Illusions, investigating the death of the magician in The Illusionist in the movie, who was played by Kevin J. O'Connor, played the actual illusionist in that movie. And of course, it does not go well for him. And then they go off, and this starts to mingle with kind of metaphysical weirdness and cult happenings in this movie, which makes it fun and mysterious, because you know why? It's Clive Barker. This is a work by Clive Barker, which is also really stunning. So here we go with The Lord of Illusion.
Something is watching. Something is listening. Something is coming.
How would you like to see the world the way it really is?
What's going on here?
Detective Harry Damour is walking a path
I want you to help me. Will you take the job, Mr. Damour?
Where do I sign up?
between what can be seen.
People are dying here. I want to know why. I've heard a name. Somebody they talk about in whispers. Who? Nix.
And what must be feared.
Nix is dead and buried. What the hell is wrong with you people?
Haven't you seen enough to know that doesn't matter?
Now.
I don't want him getting in the way. We've always waited too long to have the homecoming spoiled.
Every step he takes.
The drone, the dark side. Don't like that.
Not much.
It's your destiny. Accept it.
Brings him closer to the truth.
He could get into people's heads, make them see things. Terrible things.
See, that's his best trick. No illusions, just the truth. If Nix is back from the dead, then he is some kind of a god.
In a world where magic is real, death is the ultimate illusion.
I was born to murder the world. Are you ready for my wisdom?
It's not real.
Stop looking! Next! You want to come with me, Damour? I've got so much power to give you. All you have to do is beg.
Clive Barker's Lord of Illusions.
We're back. So from the Lord of Illusions to the Master of the Dark Realm. Wah, ha, ha. So I like that movie. It's very creepy. Got a cool vibe to it. You know, of course, Clive Barker. So there you go. And now we're going to move on with the countdown. But before we get to number one, we're going to give you another one that I think has to be in here on an honorable mention before we get to the number one movie, horror magic movie of all time. And this one gets a mention because I love the movie so much. It's beautifully produced, got an amazing cast, and it's kind of more of a thriller, more than a horror film strictly, but it definitely has elements of both. So Christopher Nolan's The Prestige, Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale, Scarlett Johansson. Who else was in that? Michael Caine. Always an amazing, amazing cast. And let's not forget one of the reasons I truly love this thing is David Bowie playing Nikola Tesla in The Prestige. If you haven't seen it, you damn well better take a look at that one. It's got to go in there. If you're watching anything about theatrical magic and rivalries and all that weirdness, you've got to go see this by director Christopher Nolan. I get Christopher and Christian mixed up a little bit because my brain's mixed up. So Christopher Nolan, who makes a lot of great movies, including you might have seen him work with Christian Bale again, before in the Batman movie. So amazing stuff there. And like I say, go watch it just for Bowie as Tesla. It's amazing. And the rest of it's very cool. So now let's move into the number one movie, which of course you knew this was going to happen if you know me and you watch my channel. Again, another reason I'm uniquely qualified to bring you this list, because they have all inspired me, all of these movies, to make my own magic horror movie, which I think is the ultimate magic horror movie. It's different. It's more art house horror. It combines my Gothic illusion show. So you have an actual illusionist, performing illusionist with a creepy show in a horror movie, and I've acted it in for 20 years in different horror films. So you kind of bring them all together. So it's a live Gothic illusion show shot in front of a live audience and then combined with a horror film narrative and a horror story to give you Dark Realm. Really different, really unique. Yes, we're going to show you the trailer here in just a second. Starring myself, Vincent Bilancio, who is my production partner. We co-wrote, co-produced it. He also stars in the movie along with Kaylee Williams, Heather Dorth, Cherry's Jubilee, and Lady India, and Al Burke, who you might also know from The Wedding Singer, and he has over 100 movie credits. So Al's in there too, which we've worked with before. And just awesome. And I was very inspired, especially by The Wizard of Gore. And I had talked to, who you can see right here, Herschel Gordon Lewis, the godfather of gore. I went to him and I asked him about remaking The Wizard of Gore. And we started to have a conversation about that. We would see each other at horror conventions and things, and we talked. And but eventually, before I could get it all lined up, somebody else came out with their remake of The Wizard of Gore. And, it had some good stuff in it, and it had stuff. I don't think it was, in my estimation, I don't think it was nearly as campy or fun as the original. And had some good things in it, though, like, a lot of scantily clad suicide girls, but didn't have that same kind of cool cult cachet that the original Wizard of Gore has to it. And they came out with that. And then, that's when, Herschel told me, he's like, well, just make your own version of it. He's like, make your own movie and, take inspiration. But he encouraged me to do my own thing. So when Vinny, Mr. Vinny, as I like to call him here, Vincent Bilancio came to me and said, let's shoot your show, I said, let's make it into a movie. And that's how we get Dark Realm. So we're going to show it to you right now. Here's the trailer for Dark Realm.
They say that place is haunted. Like the Phantom of the Opera, only for real.
We should fit right in then, don't you think?
This is dark, sticky, vampire fun! Hit it!
Yes, master.
No, I can't do this tonight. I mean, you gotta do this tonight. I think something bad happened to Rita. Just because you had a nightmare about her losing her head, that's no reason for you to lose yours. You got one more show. You do one more show and then you can take a knife on Great. You got one more show. I just think I need a break. No.
And we are back, and that is a trailer for Dark Realm. Yes, my number one and my favorite magic horror movie of all times. And you can catch that if you're looking for it. You can find it. On a lot of these, you can find all of these movies streaming out there somewhere. You'll need to check and see. They move around, but you can find Dark Realm on Amazon Prime Video streaming right now. So the link for that, of course, down in the description. And if you're a weirdo collector DVD type of collector like I am, it also comes on a collector DVD. You'll find the link to that down in the description as well. Enjoy Dark Realm. I enjoyed making and giving it to you. You can let us know what you think of that, and let us know down in the have a conversation down there in the chat, in the comments, and let us know. We went chronologically, so you could kind of see how we got from one point to another. In the most recent one in that lineup from like 2013, Dark Realm. And all of those came along and in a linear fashion. But how would you rank them? Would you put them in a different order as to your favorite ones? Let us know down in the comments. I'd love to know what you think, and then I'll follow up, and I'll maybe put some of them in a community post or something. We'll share those with you either in a video or on a post or something later, because I'd love to see how you guys rank them, and even if you've seen all of them. Some people aren't even aware of a lot of the early ones. So those are the top, magic horror movies of all time. I hope you enjoyed all of that. If you'd like to support Dark Sticky Fun here on the channel, then you can get some of our merch, which you can see splattered on the screen right here. There's stuff that is branded, lots of Dark Sticky Fun stuff that has the show and me on it, and other things that are just kind of spooky, dark, sticky horror fun on there. You can see the address on it right there, and again, that link will be down in the description and or in the comments. So thank you for hanging with us. Let us know what you think of everything, and if you want to watch another one of our horror movie countdowns, the top 6 Gothic romance horror movies of all time, you can check that one out. That you can see right up here. There's going to be a link to it. It's going to appear right for you right now. So enjoy that. Until next time, I'm Ron Fitzgerald, Master of the Dark Realm, wishing you all dark, sticky fun.
Subscribe, like, comment. Subscribe, like, comment. Subscribe, like, comment. Subscribe, like, comment. Subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like.